Well, guys, we need to talk about the women on The View. Now, I do wonder who is the most woke woman on The View. Is it Sunny? Is it Joy? Or is it Whoopi? Maybe even Anna Navarro. I mean, she's pretty crazy as well. But I do think it's probably Sunny. Slightly, it is a close call, folks. It's really, really a close call when it comes to who is the most woke over there on ABC's The View. These women are nothing more than left-wing propagandists. And I believe, folks, that they actually have a lot more in common with China than what they actually want you to believe. These women are a bunch of race hustlers. They want you to think that we have made no progress whatsoever in this country when it comes to race. They want you to believe that racism in this country is just as bad, if not worse, than it was in the 1950s and 60s. And we know that's not the case. We know that's not the case. But Sunny Hostin actually said something that is kind of making its rounds here. As you guys know, that China, which we don't like China here on this channel, we despise the CCP. We despise communism. We despise Marxism. But on The View, I guess you know they're perfectly okay with that kind of thing over there. Sunny Hostin said something, guys, and pretty eye-opening over there. She doesn't care about what China is actually doing to the Uyghur Muslims over there in concentration camps. Yeah, it's actually real concentration camps, folks. Because she says that the United States is locking up a lot of black people. Now, first of all, you can't even really compare the two. You can't. What China is doing, China also, CCP, pretty racist. Remember doing the whole Wuhan virus thing over there? I actually did a video on the old channel. And in McDonald's, they had signs telling black people you can't come in. But why? Because you may spread the virus. Yeah, they did that. I wonder what The View actually had to say about that. I really don't know. But look here. The View's Sunny Hostin dismisses China imprisoning Muslims. They're putting a lot more black people in jail here. Well, they're putting more black people in jail here is because we only represent 13% of the population. And when it comes to men, we represent 6% of the population. But when it comes to crime, we're committing half of the crime. That's the reason why. These people are getting arrested and put in prison. Why? Because they're actually committing crimes. What China is doing is they're imprisoning the Uyghurs because of their religion and ethnicity. They don't like that. By the way, guys, you may not know this, but Marxists and communists, they don't like religion. They despise religion. That is why in these communist states like North Korea, like China, like Vietnam, there is no religion over there. There's no freedom of religion over there. This is why they are imprisoning Uyghur Muslims over there. Soviet Union did it also as well. There was no state religion in the Soviet Union. But we got this clip here because we got to watch this, guys. A little over 3 minutes or so. Let's check this out.
If America is not the #1 global power, it's not going to be Denmark. It's going to be communist China.
She's right about that. Communist China is definitely a threat. If it's not going to be the U.S., it's going to be China, as Trump would say.
A country that right now the government is imprisoning Uyghur Muslims in concentration camps. It is a deeply racist government. It's a human rights violating government. It is a government that if they are the leader of the free world, we are not a free world the way that we are right now. So
I'm actually agreeing with the so-called conservative here. And when it comes to Alyssa Farrell Griffin, they put her on there because she is weak. She is really, really weak. She isn't going to go against that narrative very hard whatsoever. But she's right about this.
I love this nation. I think we are the greatest nation on earth, despite our flaws. And I would also finally say, Nowhere else in the world do all these women sit at this table. I think the ability to be able to rise quickly and in one generation change your outcome is amazing.
Listen, we all know it's a great country because we all have benefited from some of the great things about this country. But kids today, who are young people now, are looking at this country and they're saying, if I get sick, I could become bankrupt. If I go to college, I could be in debt until I collect Social Security. You know,
you don't have to go to college. You don't have to go to college. But they want them to go to college because then they'll get indoctrinated with left-wing propaganda.
There are shootings on a regular basis in this country. There are major things that are happening here that are making people turn against the country. And those are just some of the things. And I think,
well, it is the rise of Marxism and communism here in this country. The far left has taken over the Democrat Party. They're nothing more than communists and Marxists.
That access to the internet has caused a lot of people to say, gee, they can do it in Denmark, they can do it in Sweden, they can do it in Italy, has national health even, you know, and there are many countries in the world that really do take on these issues.
All right, when it comes to like health, guess what? We're probably the fattest country on the planet. A whole bunch of people eat like crap, they don't do anything. In these European countries, guess what? A lot of those people actually walk around. Walking is a very, very good exercise, folks. It's good for the cardiovascular system. But for some reason, you know, especially in 2023, the left, and I'm pretty sure that The View actually approves this stuff, they're out there promoting not the angels with Victoria's Secret. They're promoting obesity, body positivity. That is detrimental to the people. They're enabling bad health.
And so we're thinking, are we that exceptional anymore as we used to be? Yes, we're a powerful country. We have the best military. But what about the people?
Well,
I've been, you know, Sarah and I, we've had this discussion about the flag and that.
Oh, that's another thing. But I put my flag out because I don't want Republicans to think that they own the flag, okay?
Yeah.
I'm a liberal Democrat.
Oh, she's a liberal Democrat. She's only putting her flag out, not because she loves the country, just because she doesn't want pro-American Republicans to say, hey, we actually respect the flag. Whereas we know these leftist Democrats, they want to burn the flag. They want to put a hammer and sickle on that flag. That is the only reason why she's actually putting her flag out. She doesn't care about the country. She just told you right there.
That flag goes out every year on my porch.
And that's the issue. It's been the notion of patriotism and the notion of America and the American flag has been co-opted by the right as if they are true patriots. But when I listened to Christopher Wray, the head of the FBI, he said white supremacy is the biggest domestic threat to this country. And so,
yeah. And by the way, have you guys actually seen white supremacy crime out there on TV? I haven't. It's been a whole bunch of woke people out there from the left, really. That's where it's come from. I have yet to see these white supremacy crimes. That was a made up fact by Christopher Wray. That was based on emotion to a lot of the people to get them scared and for them to keep voting Democrat. This whole white supremacy thing, just not happening. I have not seen the crimes.
As a woman of color with a 6'2" black kid in college and a 5'7", 5'8" black kid in high school.
Your kids aren't black. They're actually mitts, Sonny. You know, in Latin American countries, they got this thing right. You know, just because you have like one drop of black blood doesn't mean you're actually black. That's actually based in white supremacy. But if you go down to South America or Central America, they have a word called mestizos. That just means mixed race.
I don't see that part of American exceptionalism. I'm sorry. No. I think this country has a lot of problems that could be solved. Yes, maybe they're putting Muslims in jail in Afghanistan, I think you mentioned.
She doesn't even know. She doesn't even know, really.
And China, they're putting a lot of more black people in jail here.
Can I ask, because we've had this convo before, on the issue of race, what country on earth do you think would be better? Would you rather live in or feel like is more inclusive?
That's a good question right there. Guess what? It's only the United States, the best country to live in.
Where I'm not a minority. I felt real good in Ghana.
I don't think this is about race.
Oh, she said she felt good in Ghana. Guess what? You go over to Ghana, guess what? They ain't down. They ain't down with that LGBT stuff that you wouldn't want to push. You see what you guys, what's actually going on in Uganda, by the way? Uganda actually banned just identifying as part of the alphabet community. She ain't gonna like it over there in Ghana, Uganda, wherever. She's just not.
This is about a promise. Well, no, it's not. I mean, this is really about all of the things that we believed we were doing.
I just noticed Whoopi is wearing a thoughts and prayers. She got it erased out. See, this is anti-religion right here. Whoopi doesn't care about thoughts and prayers. If you want to pray to your God, Whoopi Goldberg does not care.
That we don't do anymore. We don't teach people that it is your right, your birthright to vote in this country. It's a gift.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Did she just say that? When you turn 18, you have the right to vote. Nobody stop you. This is the left lying again right there. The left is lying again. You're 18, guess what? When I was 18, guess what? I was able to register to vote. The only people that can't actually vote is people with criminal records. You know, they're the only ones. And illegals. Illegal aliens cannot vote, but we know that the left actually wants them to vote.
We don't teach people what their rights are as human beings. You don't treat me. You treat me like I'm just money thing there for you. You've taken away you've increased my taxes, given me nothing for it.
Increasing taxes, that'll be your Democrats. That'll be your Democrats. Actually, the Republicans, they actually held a vote in the House to actually eliminate the income tax. Why? Because taxation is theft. But she loves the Democrats. Now she's complaining about getting taxed.
You haven't made it better. You're making it worse. And then you're surprised that people are going, basically, I don't feel like this is America anymore. It's not. It's many.
Yeah, there you have it, man. I know you guys probably actually lost some brain cells right there. Sonny Hostin, man, the whole China thing right there. She thought it was Afghanistan. I mean, really? She seems to be perfectly okay. You can't even compare it to. See, obviously, she probably didn't do any research. And she's supposed to be a lawyer. She has to know what's going on with the Uyghurs over there in China. They're being oppressed. They're put in concentration camps. We covered it a whole lot. We don't have concentration camps here in this country. Now, we actually did have internment camps during World War II, but guess what? That was actually a Democrat president that actually did that with Japanese Americans. I'm going to leave that right there. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.